We have two massive lines for ranked Big Ten teams this week. Number 3, Ohio State is hosting Arkansas State, and the line is currently sitting at negative 44.5 for the Buckeyes. Number 4, Michigan is an even bigger home favorite, laying 51.5 points to Hawaii. Jenks, take your pick. Ohio State, negative 44.5. Michigan, negative 51.5. Both or neither?
Do you think this is the worst take your pick we've ever had? It's a great segment, but I mean the most difficult choice. It's like, oh my God, what do I want to pick here? Like, I love this segment, but what am I going to go with here? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna lay I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm gonna lay 51.5 with Michigan is what I'm gonna do, guys. Timmy Chang taking over out in Hawaii thus far has been an unmitigated disaster. And I remember when he was a quarterback at Hawaii, and he was fantastic. So that was the great story, right? The former Hawaii quarterback who set records coming home. But God, the Rainbow Warriors have lost to Vanderbilt. They lost to Western Kentucky. This is at the Big House. They have to travel. And frankly, J.J. McCarthy, I like better than Cade McNamara. That's just a personal choice, but he's going to be the one starting this game. So let's lay 51.5 with the Wolverines.
God.
So stupid.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if I had a choice, I would pick neither because I don't want to be sweating these spreads. But let's take a look at this Michigan game and think to yourselves, well, if Michigan beats Hawaii 51-0, you still lose this bet. And I was like, oh, well, maybe Michigan has a big look ahead spot for next week, because the only sabotage factor is maybe they don't want to put any of their offense on film for other teams to see it. But the look ahead game for Michigan is UConn. So I'm not sure if this is a look ahead spot for Michigan. Looking at Ohio State, maybe that's the way to go in this one, minus 44.5. Maybe Arkansas State is being a little disrespected, but if anybody can cover this spread, it's an Ohio State offense that I know did not look great against Notre Dame, but that is a much better defense. I think Ohio State probably dials up the offense in their second game of the season. We finally see why C.J. Stroud was the favorite to win the Heisman entering the season.
I think I'm going to lean Ohio State. There's a lot of verbiage out there saying they aren't the team that everybody thought they were because they played Notre Dame and did not look great, looked good, but didn't look great against what I think is a very good defense from Notre Dame. So I think the points are going to come plenty against Arkansas State. I just can't with the 51.5. I just can't. Something crazy is going to happen, and Hawaii's going to score some points somewhere. I don't know how, but they will. So for me, it's Ohio State minus 44.5. Going on to take your pick number 2. Recent struggles have left both UConn and UMass as huge underdogs in recent years, and this season is no different. In week 2, UConn is a 22.5 point, getting 22.5 points as they host Syracuse. UMass is a 28-point underdog on the road against Toledo. Chelsa, take your pick. UConn, UMass, both or neither?
UConn football, baby. Hell yeah. Let's go, Huskies. I was on UConn the first week of the season. How many points were they getting against Utah State? They nearly won that game outright. And I know the final score was 31-20, but still, they were very much in that game with Utah State. So I think for me, I'm going to go with UConn. They have a new head coach, Jim Mora, who clearly has a ton of experience. Maybe the tides are returning in, Storrs, Connecticut?
Yeah.
And this team is actually going to be competitive. Do I think they're going to win a lot of games? No, but I just think that they're going to be a touch better than last season where they weren't covering, 40-point spread. So I'll go UConn here.
Chelsa, bravo, dropping the Stores reference. But you know what? We're on the same side here. Give me the Huskies, plus 22.5. Vegas caught up to UConn about, middle of last season, late last season, where UConn was just an automatic moneymaker, fading them under Randy Edsall. But now they have Jim Mora, who is such a massive improvement over Randy Edsall, who was just so bad in Stores. Also, last season, Toledo beat UMass 45-8. The Minutemen are 1-7 against the number in their last 8 road games. So give me the Huskies plus 22.5. Let's fade the Minutemen and make some money.